Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of July 22nd through the 28th, 2024. First card out for you is the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So many signs. You're the last sign I'm filming for. So many signs this week are having these spiritual awakenings, these epiphanies, these realizations, and I love to see it. You will start seeing a lot more people in your life and in the media and everything having these sort of wake-up calls. And people who may have been perpetually stuck in like their early 20s, as I say, just banging whoever, partying all the time, not taking life seriously, you're going to start to see them having these very interesting spiritual awakenings, I think. And you're probably already somebody who has your spiritual practices and is aware and everything. But even you, like you may be having some epiphanies when it comes to philosophy, ways of thinking, the world, the universe, etc. Or you may be just connecting more deeply with that. I'm seeing things in my mind like leaving more offerings. If you practice witchcraft, you're doing a lot of that this week, or even like manifestation, journaling, meditation, yoga. Things of that nature are very strong. Your third eye chakra is very clear right now. You're seeing things clearly as they are. And I feel like you're trusting the insights that you're receiving. You're taking action, inspired action on your intuitive nudges, on your ideas that are in your mind, sent from your intuition. And you're just very aligned at this time is what I'm feeling. Okay, we have the thinking woman in reverse. There could be someone in your life who is just not listening to you. I'm seeing this is a woman. This could be your mother. This could be a sister. I don't know why I'm immediately jumping to family. It doesn't have to be family, but there's just somebody who is not listening to your perspective, your advice. And I don't know why I'm thinking of like Harry Potter and the Dursleys or Cinderella and her stepsisters, where it's like, you might be feeling that you're the most qualified at your job, or like you are the most rational in your family. Like you really clearly understand what an issue, like how an issue needs to be resolved, or that there's like a major, massive issue taking place and enabling taking place in a family, in a group or whatever. And you're speaking up against it, and it almost feels like nobody's listening. So for example, in both of those stories with the Potters, or with, the Dursleys and Harry Potter and Cinderella, there were people who were extremely narcissistic, the step-siblings, Dudley, and the parents sort of, like jerked them off, but treated the other person like garbage. And so you may find yourself in a position where someone is being put on this pedestal, like, oh, everything they do is so perfect and great and wonderful, but they're really not qualified. They're being enabled. Their bad behavior is being enabled. And you may be speaking out against that, or just trying to get this person replaced if it's in like a work or a group setting. And you might feel like nobody's listening. Okay, we have deceit. Oh my gosh, exactly. See, I knew we were onto something. This is evil type of energy. Like, whoever this person is, it's just, they know what they're doing, is what I want to say. They know what they're doing. And they may have supporters around them who are like, oh, well, they're just stressed out, or they're just going through something right now, but it'll be fine. And it's like, no, they know that they're treating people like garbage. They know that they're not qualified. They know that what they're doing is bad, and they're doing it on purpose. They don't care. They're getting away with it. It makes me so mad. This reminds me of the fact that there were some companies that a lot of rich people, like billionaires, essentially, to put this in simple terms, they would invest in their downfall. Because you can do that with stocks. Usually you're investing in a company that you believe is going to do better in the future. But the opposite can also happen. Like, you can essentially invest and bet money that a company's going to fail. And so a bunch of billionaires would sort of invest in this idea that a company would fail, and then they would literally get people into that company in these high-ranking positions, like CEOs and everything, and just not do their job correctly and like burn that company to the ground, so that way they would all get richer. And real thing, I'm not even exaggerating, that is a real thing. And I don't know why I just thought of that. It's like, you know what you're doing. You're doing something poorly. It's like, what's it called? Incompetence, but weaponized incompetence. There you go. When somebody does their job so poorly, so that way you never ask them to do it again. You know, and it's awful. If you're dating anyone like that, by the way, break up with them. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this is such a huge problem. Like, if you're dating somebody and it's like they don't help out around the house at all, and it's like whenever you ask them for help, which first off, you shouldn't even be asking someone for help, because that alone is a labor, okay, a mental labor, having to manage. And it's like, oh, can you clean the toilet or whatever? And they do it so poorly that you never ask them again. Like, that is so manipulative, so disgusting, and it makes me want to if you have anyone like that in your life who you're in a position to remove from your life, remove them from your life. Okay. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Also, I'm seeing like weaponized incompetence when it comes to emotional things. People who treat others like crap, act out of narcissism, and the people around them are making excuses like, oh, they have mental illness, or, oh, they have, they're going through something right now. It's like, that is not an excuse. That's not an excuse to treat people like crap at all. Okay, does that explain it? A little bit, but no, it is a choice to treat people like crap. And it's almost offensive when people use like, oh, they have these untreated mental illness as an excuse for this narcissistic, like, horrific behavior. Because first off, mental illness is extremely common. Almost all of us have some sort of mental illness, and it's not an excuse at all. Like, oh my God, it makes me so mad when I see people online asking for relationship advice, and it's like, oh, my wife or my husband, they left our toddler in, I don't know, in a house fire, and they didn't clean up after anything, and they never do anything, and they talk back to me, but you know what? They have ADHD, so they're very forgetful. That makes me so mad, because I actually have ADHD, and I feel like that is like making everyone who has ADHD look horrific, and it's like, no, I promise you, like, that behavior is intentional, okay? That is intentional. Oh my gosh. Anyways, sorry for that tangent. All right, first card out for you. We have the Four of Swords. Giving yourself some downtime is what I'm seeing. Not even just like sleeping and resting, but downtime, time to watch TV and play video games and read books, do what you want to do. I am seeing that, which is very beautiful. And I'm glad you're giving yourself that time and that space. I'm also seeing time to meditate and just relax in nature. We see the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is an extreme lack mindset. Like, why is nobody listening to me? Why is nobody helping me? Okay, if you're finding yourself in environments or groups that make you feel so outcasted, like, it's time to leave. And, normally the Five of Pentacles shows a lack mindset. It's like, oh, you can go in that church and help. But this is like the only time I've ever read this like this, and it's coming through so intuitively. I'm pretty sure these two are lepers, right? Because they have the bells. They have a bell here. So they used to put bells on lepers so no one would go near them. And it's kind of like discrimination, and it's like, no, you can't go in that building, because those people who can help you are treating everyone around them so beautifully, treating everyone around them like $1,000,000, but no, they're discriminating against you. So I wouldn't be shocked if some of you are dealing with discrimination in this thing that you're dealing with, whatever it may be. And it's like, no, this is intentional ill behavior and ill treatment that I am receiving. Oh my gosh. And the message there is to, if you can, get yourself into a whole new environment that isn't going to treat you like crap and make you feel that, yes, oh my God. Seven of Swords in reverse, Aquarius. This is a very significant reading. You have deceit and the Seven of Swords in one reading. This is straight up lying. Lying. Someone is lying. Someone is pretending. Someone is false. Oh my gosh. I have a feeling that you know exactly who this is and what the situation is. And it's just like, why does nobody else see this person as who they truly are? Why am I the only one? And Aquarius, one thing I have to say to you is, first off, you have the sixth chakra coming out. This is not a coincidence. Okay? I'm just going to speak from my own experience. I grew up very intuitive. Okay? I had like a mediumship awakening when I was 18, but my whole life I've been extremely intuitive. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but there has not been a single instance in my life where my first impression or the vibes that I got off of someone was wrong. And I have been in countless situations all throughout my life where I have gotten bad vibes from someone, and just noticing the little things they do, the little ways they treat people, and seeing how that links up to an overall character trait that is not one that you want to be around. And I have countlessly been the person who was like, we shouldn't hang out with that person. You know, they're going to screw us all over. And everyone in the group, everyone around me is like, oh, they're so nice. They never did anything wrong to me. Like, why are you like that? Why are you, judging a book by their cover? Maybe you need to talk to them more. There has not been a single instance in my life where I caught a vibe from someone, whether bad or good, and it was incorrect. Never once. Never once. Okay, because your psychic intuition is almost never wrong if you listen to it in the proper way. And that's just always been one aspect of psychic abilities that was always 100% for me. I could do readings that aren't 100% often, but that right there, when it comes to energy reading, I'm 100% all the time. And I'm getting a similar vibe from you. Okay, Aquariuses are especially good at doing this, reading the vibes, reading the room, understanding the energy. And then on top of that, the fact that you have the third eye chakra and it's coming out completely open, completely aligned. This is confirmation. Like, you are correct. You are correct. And just because nobody else can see what you're seeing here, the deceit, the craziness of it, that doesn't mean you're wrong. And another thing that I can confirm for you is that even though it's frustrating now, in the future, everyone will understand you. Everyone will understand, oh, their vibe was correct, okay? And, this deceit, this utter annoyance and narcissism, it doesn't even have to be in your personal life. This could even be with, like, a big political figure. And let's just say, like, everyone you work with supports that political figure. And you're like, wow, I don't understand how they lack such common sense. And they're not seeing what I'm seeing. And the complete racism, xenophobia, sexism, not knowing how to run in politics, It doesn't have to just be someone personal that It could also be something like that. But man, it's frustrating. I feel you. King of Wands in reverse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so now we're looking at the character of this deceitful person. Masculine energy. Older than you or in a position of authority. Okay, they don't have to be a fire sign. They could be a fire sign. They just give off fire energy. And this person is somebody who is trying to prove to everybody that they're a good leader. They could have their own independent life, like they're qualified for a position. They know what they're doing, but they talk to people like they are trash. They do not know how to manage people at all. Do not know how to manage personal relationships at all. It's not even that they're socially awkward. They are socially rude. They are somebody who probably does not have a lot of friends, but likes to make it appear like they have this popping life. They have, like, everyone supports them, everyone loves them, but in reality, a lot of people don't like them because they are awful when it comes to treating people with generic, basic respect. And the only people that really surround them are the people who make excuses for them. Like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this, it's because, the Democrats or the Republicans, it's because the, I don't know, the mental illness or the thing or the, like, always making excuses. Those are the only people who really connect with these people. It's not even a genuine connection. It is making excuses for their bad behavior. Doormats surround them, essentially. And they're just not in a position, they're just not mentally in a place where they should be in the position that they're at. You know what I mean? Like, they're not qualified for the position. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're defending it. Like, look, you're on the high ground, okay? You're in the right spot. And for some reason, you're the only person there. And it feels unfair. Like, look, there's 6 wands attacking you. 6 wands. And this is metaphorical. Saying like, oh, it's just blah, blah, blah. Why are you so against this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why can't you see what I see? And you're so humble that you're just trying not to be like you're even questioning yourself. You're like, am I a narcissist? Am I full of ego? Like, do I think I'm right and everyone else is wrong? No, this is a genuine example of when you are right and everyone else really is wrong. Oh my gosh, this would drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. 10 of Cups in reverse, exactly. Yes, this is most likely taking place in the family or some sort of group of people you spend a lot of time with, like work environment or something like that. And it's just not a peaceful, happy place to be for you right now because of all this going on. And all you can do is just weather the storm. And, you know, I think if someone who wasn't me were to give you advice, they would say, don't even waste your breath trying to explain this to people. And the reason why I say someone who isn't me is because I'm a fighter, okay? I will fight tooth and nail. But I think a wiser person might say, let them learn on their own. You know, don't waste your breath if they're not listening to you. And the truth prevails in the end, all of the time. You know, the truth will set these people free eventually. And you just got to focus on people with common sense in the meantime, on things with common sense in the meantime. Oh my gosh. Anyways, crazy reading. But all of this is allowing you to connect with yourself and go within yourself, you know, more time to yourself. So very beautiful. But I definitely feel the anger, the frustration. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs because there's certainly way more to your week than just this situation. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.